Hey, it's Lisa, and I'm on a mission to help women stop budgeting, build wealth, and spend guilt-free. Today, I want to talk about how women live longer than men. You're not surprised to hear that, but I want to talk about a few things as a woman today that you can do to make sure that you're prepared. It's no secret that women live longer than men. Today, the average life expectancy of a woman is about 79 years old, depending on where you look for that statistic. And it's holding steady, but what we know is that people are absolutely living longer. Like 100 years ago, the life expectancy of a man and a woman was like 50 years old. So we know we're going to live longer, and we're going to live longer than men. That's already happening. And for women, there's so many statistics out there, and I really don't care to be that financial expert that's just going to throw statistics at you. You already are probably pretty familiar with this stuff anyway. The biggest question is, what do you do about it? Knowing that you're going to live longer, knowing right now there is a gender pay gap, women just don't earn as much as men. We know there's more wealth coming to women in this next decade in America than ever before. And here are a few things that you can do today to make sure that you're ready to live a long, healthy, and prosperous life. First of all, you've got to know what the cost of retirement really is. I realize millennial women, I'm an older millennial, we don't really think about retirement in the traditional way that our parents did. But the truth is, everybody wants to have a work optional life at some point, right? You don't want to be working forever. And knowing that you're going to be living till at least 80, I want to live till 150, right? You want to live a long time, you have to know what that's going to cost you. So I give this number as a starting place for women in my world, and I want you to write it down. $240,000. That's not the total cost of retirement, but that's a starting point for you to start to understand for yourself how much money you're going to need to save, to invest, to have as passive income for you to be able to, at some point in your life, not work. And your husband or your partner, your life partner, whoever that is, you may outlive them. Starting with $240,000, that amount of money in a traditional retirement statistic is going to last you 20 years conservatively, paying you out $1,000 a month. That's about $12,000 a year before taxes. So if you were to save $240,000 a year, think about the money you have saved right now. Your heart might start beating faster. You might start getting anxiety knowing that you're not saving. And part of my system, part of the world that I teach, the stuff that I teach is how to get on track today. You don't have to budget to do that, but you need to start asking questions about how you can save and build wealth and spend. Those all can work in harmony. $240,000 gives you $1,000 a month. Think about what your life costs you today. And if you don't know that, I'll teach you that too. But it probably costs you more than $1,000 a month. And if that's the case, then to get to $2,000 a month, you need almost $500,000 to be able to last 20 years on your own money. That's where the money conversation gets really interesting and really fun. And you can start thinking about ways for yourself how you're actually going to be able to live without working. There's Social Security, as far as we know, that's not going anywhere, hopefully. There are pensions and retirement funds that you might be saving or that you might get when you retire. I work with police officers and firefighters who have pensions that pay them out, or teachers that might pay you out once you leave the school district. Those are all ways you can start to piece together income for yourself. That's really important to think about that. And then when you do want to get in a savings game, when do you want to stop working? Do you want to stop working at 60? If $240,000 is going to last you 20 years, that's only till the age of 80. If you plan on living like me to 150, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but like a long time, you've got to have more than that. That's when retirement numbers and retirement planning or work optional lifestyles That's when that starts to piece together, because then you can actually put a number together that's workable and that's achievable. If it's just some number out in the world or out in thin air that you're pulling from, thinking that if you had $1 million, you would have enough. Well, $1 million will return on its investment if you have it saved in a 401k, for example, 20 years, conservatively, $4,000 a month. Is that going to be enough? Over the last few years, we've all experienced inflation. These are real conversations when it comes to money. I want to help you embrace numbers that are meaningful to you. But with inflation today, $4,000 a month just doesn't cut it. Even if your mortgage was paid off, even if you didn't have any debt, $4,000 a month is living pretty tight. And that's $1 million saved for retirement. Your life expectancy is intimately connected to your financial health and the financial wealth that you build over your lifetime. That is why I'm so passionate about talking about money. The only thing that matters to me about money is that you get to live your best life, and a life that you envision, a healthy life, a life with memories, and that you have saved enough, or you have enough coming in, however that happens for you, to be able to live the life expectancy that in today America, we're going to live past 80. So many of us already are. Are you ready? Do you have the tools that you need? I think that by stop budgeting, you can start looking at your relationship with spending, and you can start saving for these things. You can start investing and building your own portfolio. I'll teach you so many of those things in my world, but today I want to leave you, and the question is, are you going to have enough to live to your life expectancy? And let's get going. Let's make sure that happens now. Let's have the right conversations today and start pulling together numbers that are meaningful to you, not just because someone says that it's important to have $1 million, right? All right, here's what I want you to do next. If you don't have a good idea today of what your life actually costs you, the best place to start is with my Stop Budgeting system. It's going to give you a really clear and simple look at how your financials piece together, from income to bills to spending money. And then you can start working on a roadmap, a game plan to have what it is that you need, because you're going to live longer. Let's make sure that it's a happy life.